Wow, what a fabulous place. Now, if only we had some light to go with it. But yeah, let me just see if I can give you a really quick spin round. The tide is coming in, so I'm having to keep a very careful eye on where the water's coming to, because I could quite easily get cut off here. Let's see if I can give you a spin round. There's a huge amount of sandstone up here, very similar to what we had when I was at Spittal. These layers of rocks covered in the green algae and seaweed, which if we had sunlight on them would look absolutely phenomenal. They glow. This could be, if we got some nice light, a half decent spot for sunset, but certainly a good spot for sunrise. Did I mention that the tide's coming in? No, because I'm in a fairly precarious position. I've got my bag on my back, I've got everything packed, ready to leg it as quick as I can. So I'm having to juggle everything, hence you're not on the gimbal. So, I'm set up doing some long exposures. We've actually got, although I'm not sure you'll make it out, excuse the handbag, it's my filter case, some half-decent sky, which I'm trying to emphasise by using a 0.6 soft grad, I think it is. I've got the 10 stop on, and I'm trying to use this ledge of rocks here as a bit of a lead-in line, and I've got Coquette Island kind of slightly off-centre to the left. I did a shot over here using that lot of rocks where I had Coquette Island right slap bang central. I'm really not convinced, and I'm just about to get swept away. So let's see what's happened with this. Yeah, I kind of think I like that. I just need to adjust the composition very slightly. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm not convinced you're actually going to be able to see that. Of course, it helps when the screen doesn't go off. I've just got Coquette Island a little bit far to the left. That was the more central one, which I really like. This tide is coming in at an alarming rate of knots. I was stood there about a minute ago. Not there, sorry. Where am I? At here, about a minute ago. And now I will be getting my ankles wet, because although I've got my wellies, I've left them in the car. I love this place. I haven't walked around at all. I have stuck with the first couple of compositions that I've seen, and I'm absolutely loving it. I'm shooting at f14, and I'm getting an average of about 55-second exposure, which is, absolutely spot on. I very rarely use a clock. I'm getting quite good at estimating the exposure time that I need. I've got to be good at something, haven't I? Yeah. This morning's sunrise, the location is stunning, and I'm going to save it for another vlog, because this morning when I got there the tide was out. I may take a trundle back down the coast and try and get it for sunset, because if we keep this sky up, woohoo, we could be in for some lovely colour. But I'm not getting my hopes up. There are so many possible compositions here, I'm kind of freaking out. And when the tide comes in a bit further, these rocks here, I'm not sure, I can't get the exposure to lighten on this, but they're vibrant green. And the good thing I've discovered about sandstone is it's not slippy. The bits with the seaweed on are, but if you can put your feet down on the normal sandstone, I'm in love. But this is wonderful. Because the sea is on its way in, the rocks are disappearing and coming back, and the waves are falling over the ledges, and it's filling up down here just in front of me. This is the rock ledge that I'm using. Ah, what an absolutely phenomenal place. And as I say, I haven't walked anywhere. I've literally come down from the car park, slid down the hill because it's just soft sand, and I'm immediately into two compositions. Somebody tell me why I haven't been here before? Right, I'm going to sod off. I am going to concentrate on getting some more images done. Yeah, I'm fired up again now. Still here. Absolutely loving this spot. Woohoo! This is getting really dodgy now. I'm concentrating on this little jut of rocks here. And I've put the K&F Concepts variable ND on. Because there isn't actually a huge amount of difference between the exposure of the sky and the sea, I thought it might work quite well. Now at the moment I'm shooting with it on minimum, and it's giving me, admittedly the timing I have isn't particularly good, it's giving me motion in the water without, oh how do I say it, it's not the raw power, and I'm just about to get very wet, of the sea, but it's giving me a bit of motion in the waves coming in over the rocks, and it's really all about timing. I'm trying to get it so that just as the wave crests this lump of rocks here, I trigger it, and hopefully I catch the water as it swirls back off. Not as easy as it looks, especially when you've got timing as bad as mine. So let's have a go. So we've got, that's the one. Yeah, let me see if I can just show you quickly before we get swept away what I've got. Hopefully you can see from that, I'm just getting a little bit of motion. Wow, what a fabulous place. Woohoo! I am going to have to make a move because we're in danger of getting severely wet. Now I've decided to abandon the bag. I got fed up with it on my back, so I've come up the shore a little bit, and it's a very pebbly, rocky shore. I'm just going to stop the camera falling over. But this is where I am, and that's where the beach is. So I knew I was fairly safe for a few minutes. Wow, I am so glad I came here. Hours of endless fun, and that little variable ND, I'm so impressed with that. The images will end up being mono. There is it's really difficult to tell on the back of the screen. I think there's a very slightly warm colour cast that might be, oh no, actually I didn't have anything else on with it, did I? No, so it's going to go mono anyway. Woo! What a day! I'm going to go and get some dinner. Bye! It seems to be my day for standing in very precarious positions. The tide, I think, is just about all the way in, and sunset was looking so promising. We just got a hint of colour, and we're 30 minutes off of sunset, but it's been snuffed out. And to give you a clue where I am, a certain Mr. Haswell will recognise this. A completely new location for me. I have not the foggiest where you're meant to stand, what sort of angles you're meant to do, so I'm just having fun. I'm not doing long exposure, well I am doing long exposures, but I'm not using the 10 stop. I've got a bizarre combination of filters. I've got a 0.6 pulled all the way down. I have my reverse grad upside down from the bottom upwards, and I have a 0.6, soft grad for the sky. And it seems to work. I thought I was stood high enough up, but I very nearly got wiped out just now. So I think I'm going to shuffle a little bit further up there and see what else we can get. I was desperately hoping that we were going to get some decent colour, and it really did look promising. So the light is rapidly fading. I think the tide is in as far as it's going to come. So I've just popped the 10 stop on to get a long exposure, because the clouds, although it doesn't feel that breezy, there are actually some clouds moving across the sky. And it's quite a popular little spot with fishermen as well. And if I could get them to stand still while I do a long exposure, I'd take a shot of that. Yeah, every now and then, like any second now, there's a huge wave coming up. But at the moment it's stopping about 6 feet from me. So I've upped the ISO to 200, so it's not a ridiculously long exposure because the ambient light is disappearing rapidly. I've dropped it down to F11, and I'm on bulb. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be as much as 2-3 minutes. But yes, what a delightful little place.